Hi everyone and welcome to the Fab 5 collab. Yes, I'm re-recording this due to last week, quite late last week, Jeff was admitted to hospital and so hence why he didn't post last week. Jeff, we wish you all the best and we hope you get better soon. Now roll the intro. So this week we are talking about, are your cars gay or give the perception that you might be slightly gay? So I have gone through all the cars that I can remember having during my life and tried to get photos of them, which I didn't actually have a lot of photos, so I've had to like pull images from the internet. Now the first car my parents got me was a 1991 Nissan Pulsar. You know, just a little 1.6 automatic. We tried so many cars, and the one they really wanted me to get was a little tiny Toyota, and I couldn't fit in it, so that was not going to happen. Now, I kept that car, and I used it to go to work and back, and to course and back, and everything like that. Now, it was automatic, and then I was planning on moving out, so I went and brought myself a little Honda Integra, and I did it all up, big stereo, everything like that, like you do when you're like 18, 19. And I fell on hard times and the car had to go. So I would walk in the dark to work and back. And then I bought a little Pontiac Le Mans and it was on special because the car yard was shutting down. It cost me a grand total of $1,000. And I kept that thing for a few years and then it was just getting too much to repair it. And I think I got $500 for a trade-in, so you know, half my money back. And brought myself a 1994 Nissan Bluebird from Japan. And I actually do have a photo of it. It had undercar lights, big stereo, subs, the sign writing, everything. And two stunning dings. One from a guy in a BMW that backed into it, and one from a policeman who backed into it in my tiny car park at work. Now, my partner at the time was also on the finance agreement, and they struck difficulties and the car got taken, and because I forgot that their name was on it. So for a couple of months I didn't have a car, and then I was living with some friends and they spotted a little Corolla on the side of the road, and so I got that. And I called her Bernice. She was red and she'd lived at the port pretty much most of her life, so she was all sunburned and her paint was peeling. And sold Bernice to someone at work and got myself a really nice 94 Honda Vigor. Now this had been owned by one old man in its whole life, and I had that for about 5-6 years, and fuel economy wise I could drive it fine. Everyone else seemed to have issues, and you know, I could get to work and back on next to nothing, and I'd lend it to a friend and they'd go through like quarter of a tank of gas. It was fucking really expensive to run. Only thing was, being slightly lowered, it kept scraping the exhaust and ended up with big holes in the exhaust and sounded like a truck coming down the road. And I lent it to my friend once, and she took it to a business that she owned. And there was a mechanic next door, and he goes, "Oh, the CV joint's gone." And I went, "What the hell?" when she came home, and I started it, and she ripped another hole in the exhaust. So got that fixed, drove it up to Auckland because I was looking at getting another car, and blew a hole in the exhaust on the way up there again. So they didn't want it as a trade-in. So I brought that home, sold it for $1,000, which wasn't too bad considering I got for $2,000 5 years beforehand. Then I got a little Suzuki Swift. Now this thing was absolutely amazing. I loved it. It was just little and zippy, and you could go everywhere and park anywhere. But I had it a year, 2 years, not even 2 years. I think it was only just about a year, and stuff kept breaking in it. The front shocks went in the first 6 months, so they had to be replaced under warranty, and then a little sensor in the engine went. And unfortunately it went as I was passing someone, and it was like I was bunny hopping, so I had to get rid of it. Mickey the Micro. Now Mickey lasted 2 years. The first day I had her, I broke the little was a little stalk on her front bumper. It looked like a glass dildo. To show you where the bumper was, and I broke that off on the first day. Put it all back on, and then was at the local supermarket, and someone stole that part. I don't know why they wanted this thing that looked like a glass dildo. And then because of the Ks that I kept putting on it, because I was driving from here to Auckland every day, so it's 150k or 70, 80 miles a day, I think it is. Yeah, around that. And so I upgraded just recently in the past sort of 2-3 months to a little Toyota Pote, which I love my little car. I mean, you can fit 5 people in it and you're not scraping on the ground like you used to in the old one. It's got the big sliding door on the side, so I can get my neighbour in and out, because I take my elderly neighbour grocery shopping every Saturday, and she was forever slamming the doors into other cars. This one she can't, because the door just slides open, so she can't hit anything else. And it's absolutely awesome. Now, I don't think any of them are really gay. This car is gay. Yes, it's a fucking hot pink convertible Beetle. I mean, cars don't really say anything about your sexuality. I mean, I buy little cars because of the Ks I was doing, and I need to be fuel economical, because I spend over $6,000 a year in gas going to work, and that's in a little car. If I had a bigger car, it could blow out to 10 easily. I mean, people call convertibles hairdressers' cars. I think you would call it a Mazda Miata. We call it a Mazda MX-5. They, people think they're gay and, hairdressers have them, and Toyota RAV4s. No. I mean, a RAV4 is good if you need the 4-wheel drive. You can get the 2-wheel drive one, and sometimes you need the extra clearance so you can see, but, But how a car can say you're gay, I don't know. I've never brought anything that was hot pink. I've had blue, burgundy, red, greeny blue, and the last 3 have been silver. My most interesting car I did happen to get was for $100 off our version of Craigslist or eBay, and I was just bidded on it for a joke for $100. It was a 1963, 64 Wolseley 1300, built in Britain, and someone had painted it sunshine yellow, and everyone was like, "That is gay," and I'm like, "Actually, no, it's a classic, so fuck you." So anyway, guys, have a good rest of the week. I don't know who's going to post this week, because I don't know who's going to be around, if Jeff's going to be out of hospital or anything like that. But stay tuned, see who is going to post, see on their perceptions on this topic. And until next week, see you then.